players and the manager. That's fantastic stuff.
Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's our lad for Set Play Gaming. This is the FIFA 23 Stevenage career mode. It is the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd, Season 3, Episode 79. This is the final week and a half of the season. We're going to take a quick look at the end of the April league standings. We are second with 3 games to go. Ipswich have a narrow lead on us, but they only have 2 games left. And you can see Wigan, Bolton, Blackpool and Plymouth all fighting out for that playoff contention as well. It's literally a 2-horse race at this point, so it's between us and Ipswich. Having already beaten them, we should be ahead, but then we lost to Derby County. You can go back and watch the last episode, that will fill you in. You can see as well, relegation's looking really tense down there at the bottom, between MK Dons, Derby, Salford and Bradford City. Any of those could go down. And Marcus and Chaplin are in a race for the Golden Boot, EFL League 1. I thought I'd show you that. You can see Hardy in 9th place with 15 goals. Now, AFC Wimbledon have expressed an interest in signing Jake Reeves. Money's not really the issue here, it's just that he's gone as far as he can go in terms of his ability. He's been a tremendous servant to us. I'm going to pass him down to League 2. And here is what it looks like going into the final stretch of 3 games. Lincoln away, Oxford away, and then we return home. We play a rescheduled match on the 14th. The final day of the season is actually on the 24th. So let's see how we get on. Alright, here we go. The final 3 games, starting with Lincoln City away. We're at Sincil Bank, and destiny still pretty much in our own hands, albeit until the final game of the season. We have to make sure we continue to win. And as I said, Lincoln City, the first trip, a tricky one before we play Oxford. Opening few minutes, 2 minutes, given away, and Hardy's snapshot from outside the box. Had plenty of power on it, but just couldn't bend it enough. And then on 10 minutes, you'll see Davenport slips in Sorensen, and it's a great save, a reactionary save by Anderson to keep the scores at 0-0. Lasse Sorensen with a run in behind. You see him run in front of a gumbo behind Borthwick Jackson. And then Draper's header from Andraker's corner tips over by Anderson, keeping the scores at 0-0. That's 11 minutes into the match. And then on 20 minutes, Gilby into... Going to play this into McCormick. McCormick drops his shoulder and a strong shot towards the far post and tipped away by Long. He makes a great save to keep the scores level. McCormick into Nichols. This is on half an hour. Gilby takes it past Muntsma and fires a shot, but plenty of power, just not the accuracy to steer it into the near post. I think Long's got that covered there. Boothroyd disappointed that we're not taking these chances. And then a few moments later, McCormick into Kinsella, into Gilby. Gilby takes it into midfield, into Hardy, into McCormick. McCormick with a great chance, and he lashes it. It just about squirms through Long. You'll see here, he's got to be disappointed with this goalkeeping. Maybe an element of the rain making the ball slippery, I don't know, but Long kind of makes the save, but it squirms through him.
In the end, he can't keep it out. He won't be happy with that.
I'm not sure how it ended up going through him there, but we go into the break a goal up, a precarious position given what's at stake, and given how many chances we created against Lincoln. We really need that insurance marker, so we press this in the second half. Hardy slips in, Kinsella. Would have been nice if it was the other way around. Kinsella goes near post, and Long guesses correctly. From the corner, swung in, Hardy, and Long again. It's a really good save, that. You'll see here from this replay, he's just outside the 6-yard box, a glancing header, and Boothroyd really thought that was the second one. Make no mistake about it, even if we win this game, we still can't celebrate just yet because there's still 2 games left to go. Gilby firing wide on 55 minutes. Chances just going begging, and I'm getting the feeling that Lincoln would score that first goal, that equaliser, just to rob us of the points and potentially a title win. Gilby played through on 61 minutes. I thought he'd put that away. He tried to do the right thing. He tried to just slip it by him. As Long came out, he just tried to place it past him, and it goes the wrong side of the post. Still 1-0. A few moments later, Gilby, he's looking for the overlap. He cuts back inside. He's going to look for Cody Johnson. Slips him in. Cody Johnson. And out comes Long. Smothers the ball. Gets his hand up and pushes it away. So many chances. And now into injury time. Here come Lincoln. It's on Draker looking to penetrate on the right. But a Gumbo comes across and makes a fantastic tackle. And we managed to get the ball clear. Boothroyd shakes hands. It's a 1-0 win. Really, really tense. A lot closer than I would have liked. But 3 points is 3 points as we take on Oxford United in the next game. Well, I don't know about you, but that last game gave me heart palpitations. Going into the final few minutes of the game, needing another goal, knowing that they were just 1 goal away from forcing us into a draw. I wanted to avoid that here against Oxford United away. And they've got some good players, but I feel like we need to start taking our chances. Boothroyd, before the game, just talking about we need to be more ruthless up front. Whether the players are going to listen to him, we'll wait and see here in the opening few minutes, 15 minutes. McCormick cuts inside from a brilliant counter-attack. We're actually defending up the other end. You saw the cross come in, and Anderson gets his hand to it, tips it up, and then Bradbury heads it clear, which started the counter-attack. And you'll see McCormick cut in from the right-hand side here, just takes it past him, edge of the 6-yard box, and slams that off the inside of the post. The goalkeeper here making his debut, Chang. I don't know whether that's a Gen or whether they've just signed him from a Chinese club, or I'm not sure. But they made a point of it during the start of the game that it was his debut. A few minutes later, Hoskins passing up a chance to make it 2-0. And a familiar story from the game before where we go 1 goal up and then just can't get that second goal. But you keep that in mind as we go into the 23rd minute. Hoskins dinks us in. And there's Hardy. I thought that was 2. Chang coming out making a brilliant stop. Yeah, he does look like a gen, doesn't he? Like a generated player. He doesn't look like a real player. Comes out and gets his fist to the ball. And then from the corner, it's swung in. Drysdale. And then Hardy follows up. I think what happens here is Chang makes the save. And then he kind of tips it onto the defender who's on the line. Yeah. And then it just pops out to Hardy. He gets a little bit of luck. And look at Boothroyd. He's like, yes, that's the goal we needed. The second goal. 32 minutes. Long down the right-hand side. Going to cut this back. Bowden into Smith. Into Brown. Ran off the ball. And then Borthwick Jackson loses out. It's going to come back. Smith near post. Tipped away by Anderson. The one thing that we don't want to do here when we've got a 2-goal lead is just give up that clean sheet, because we know at 2-1 it's just as precarious really as being 1-0 up, and we know how the game plays sometimes when there's just a 1-goal margin. 5 minutes before half time, Luther James Wilden twisting, turning and teasing Seddon left back, whips in a brilliant cross, and Hardy near post. Chang pushes it away. So we go in at the break, 2 goals to the good, 3 points ours. We just have to keep our focus, our concentration. It's given away 5 minutes into the second half. McCormick plays it through, more intercepts, and look at this determination by Ryan Hardy. He says, you want some ruthlessness, you want some great finishing. You want to be clinical in your forward play. Chang came out there, and then Hardy goes near post. He does brilliantly to not give up the through ball, wins it off the defender, and then slams it home. 3-0 and 3 points looking good. 20 1 minute left. Gilby sets up and Dree fires it. Far post. And it goes in to make it 4-0. No repeat performance this time of just the narrow margins. Oxford absolutely torn apart by our attacking play. And then Dree puts the cherry on the icing on the cake, if you like. 75 minutes. Bowden down the right, looking to cut inside. Borthwick Jackson says, "Where you going, son? You're not going anywhere." Takes a little bit of a warning from the official, you see here.
You're absolutely right there.
And there we go. Full time, 4-0. A well-deserved victory on the road as we head towards the final game of the season against Fleetwood Town, needing a similar performance, 3 points and nothing less. Let's see how we get on. So some transfer business. Jake Reeves has agreed personal terms with AFC Wimbledon, and the deal to sell him to Wimbledon will be completed in the summer. And depart Jake Reeves is going to leave the club. And we also have some other transfer business. Striker Danny Rose has agreed personal terms with Salford City. He'll be following Reeves out of the door. Again, just looking to move some of the older players and transition our team. And there you see the confirmation, Danny Rose to join Salford City. And the final one, Aaron Chapman. He's been a backup this year, and with Cartwright coming back off his loan, he's probably going to take the backup spot behind Anderson. It's a bit unfair just to keep him around, so he's going to join MK Dons in the summer. So we've played those 2 games. Our final match is against Fleetwood on May the 14th. You can see the league table here. We are 1 point now behind Ipswich. A win puts us top momentarily. Let's get to the action and see how we get on against Fleetwood. So we know what we have to do. It is a win at all costs game. No margin for error. We certainly cannot afford any mistakes now. A win gives us a chance. It only gives us a chance of winning the title. We still have to rely on results going our way in the final run of matches, which is on the 24th. We'll be showing that after this game. Norris with an early chance. Lynch gets his fingers to it and parries it wide, much to the frustration of Boothroyd. And then on 18 minutes, Nichols down the left-hand side, looking to expose the defence, twisting and turning. He's going to cross this to the back post. Hoskins is there. The header is wide. Heading's not really his forte. You'll see as Nichols crosses this, Hoskins has just stepped offside. I didn't know that at the time, but I wanted to just show that chance. And then on 25 minutes, Maciel through the middle. Where the hell's our centre-back gone? He's gone for a walk. Maciel sets up Guillermo Paiva, who's done well for them, for Fleetwood, since he's arrived. And Paiva's shot, looking towards the top corner, but Anderson gets across, makes a wonderful save to keep it 0-0. And then, after Fleetwood can't get the corner in, we counter-attack them, and look at this run from Nichols. Nichols down the left. This is what he's good at. He's going to cut across Tiam, and he's going to cut inside. Edge of the box. Fires it. Beats Lynch. Rattles the underside of the crossbar. So unlucky. 27 minutes in, I thought that was it. And then, 36 minutes in, McCormick drops the shoulder past Toto and Ciala, and it's a low shot towards the corner, pushed away by Lynch. It's very tense. 1 goal either way could make a huge difference. Boothroyd thought that was in, so did I. And then 42 minutes, chipped up, and here's Drysdale moving into midfield. Gets it to Norris. Norris into Drysdale. Drysdale back to Norris. Edge of the box. Holds it up. And now Johnson pauses. Waits for James Wilding. He's going to cut in from the right. And he's going to set up Nichols, who steers it in. It's 1-0. That's the goal that we needed. How important is that goal? Tom Nichols. Lovely team goal. Nice build up. Across a pass across the 6-yard box.
What a lovely goal that is.
It's a nice assured finish from Tom Nichols. And the left wing striker, 6 goals this season. Not a lot. We go into the break. 1 goal to the good.
I'm looking
That
forward
is
to the second
enough.
half this
That
week.
is enough. All we've got to do is stay defensively solid. Not always easy to do on this game. And then, start of the second half. Look at this counter-attack. Cody Johnson into Hoskins. Hoskins takes it past Earl. And then fires it through the legs of Lynch. Let the party begin. It is 2-0. Sam Hoskins. This is why I like playing 4-2-3-1. Is because you've got the runner through the middle, setting everything up, and then the inverted wingers, the inside forwards, cutting in on their favourite foot. And this is a really good finish from Sam Hoskins. Through the legs of Lynch as he comes out. A really assured finish. And 5 minutes before the hour, Danny Rose and Hawkins making their final appearances for the club. Rose agreed to move to Salford City, and Hawkins, of course, retiring. Piergianni then ran off the ball in stoppage time and promised Amateur, looking to try and pull a goal back, but a very good save by Anderson as he wants to preserve the clean sheet here. To be fair, it was right at him, but he makes the save anyway. And that is it. Full time. We've done everything that we could possibly do here. 2-0. Everything now hangs in the balance as Ipswich take on Rotherham in their final game of the season. We're going to go to that now and see how things have gone on. Alright, so we've done everything we possibly can, and I'm showing you here. I've never been in the situation where you go into the final day of the season and your team's not playing. Usually all the teams play, but as you can see here, Ipswich are playing Rotherham on the final day of the season. We've already played our match against Fleetwood, and I'm just circling through the stories to see whether there's anything here to indicate whether or not that game's been played yet. Very, very tense. Either way, it's been a good season. You know, going up, auto-promoted, here we go, into the 25th. Tournament prize money doesn't really say whether we've actually won or lost. Goalkeeper of the tournament, Anderson. That's good. And Manchester United, they celebrate winning the FA Cup. Good for them. You see Eric Ten Hag and Nkunku. And it says Stevenage keep clean sheet against Fleetwood. I thought it might have been there. There it is, we've won! We've won. Ipswich must have been held. Here we go. Ipswich held 1-1 by Rotherham on the final day of the season, meaning that we win by 1 point. We won EFL League 1 by 1 point. And you see that Bolton, Wigan, Blackpool and Plymouth Argyle will play in the playoffs. What a fantastic season for the boys. We pushed them all the way and got our reward. And we are crowned EFL League 1 champions. What a moment for Aidy Boothroyd. We can enjoy it. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that. And if you're enjoying this series, please click on the playlist available at the end of this video. Also consider subscribing, that way you can support me and don't miss any up and coming episodes. I'll see you guys back in 2 days with episode 80, where we'll do usual season review and squad report. If you love stats, then you'll love this episode coming up. Thank you so much for your support. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming.